Welcome everyone to another video in our Bryan Fundamental series where I try to get better at Bryan day by day and bring you along for the ride. So today is going to be part 2 of our Zafina labbing situation. So to recap what we did last time, we went through Zafina's Scarecrow stance. So her Scarecrow stance has like 3 major things that she'll do. To recap, basically, of all the moves, if you're at 0 or -2, if she's at 0 to -2 in this situation, which is what happens when she does 1-3, but a lot of her transitions leave her at that on block, you have essentially 3 options. So I'm going to show them to you here, where it's like you can either go sidewalk right to get rid of every option except 1+2 and down forward 4, or you can do sidewalk left to beat 1+2, or you can low block / orbital to get through the low. So I'm going to show you the 3 of these now. So this is the 1+2. Then we also have the, I'll give you an example of like a pretty notorious one, is this Power Crush. And then finally we have the down forward 4. Oops, let me do that correct again. So this is sort of like the rock, paper, scissors you're playing in this situation. But if this happens, you can go around every move she does, except the other 2 that I showed you. So that's option 1. Option 2, you'll see this will knock us down if we go that way. But we can go this way. This might be more consistent as a punish, just like an FYI, because she's a little bit down to the ground. And then finally, the last option is the low. You'll notice forward 3 goes over it. So orbital might be your best option. Though you can't even do down 2. You can if you're really fast, I guess. So correct me there. But the point being that if you really think they're going for the low, which it is a good move, right? It puts her into this stance, and we're gonna have to cover that today. If you have a read on it, orbital seems to be your best option. So, because this move will track to the right and left. So with that being said, though, this is a really good opportunity to basically start exploring her other stances today. So you'll notice that this move puts her into that stance. And the remaining stances that we have are Mantis and Tarantula. So with that being said, let's start going through those. So for starters, let's pull up some notes. These are the old ones. So this is, I think, let me pull up the right notes, actually. I think this was Scarecrow stance. So we're going to instead do a new one. So instead of Scarecrow stance, we're going to do Tarantula stance. And we're going to call that, I think I called it TRS before. I don't know what the common abbreviation for that is, but that's what I'm going to be using. So Tarantula stance is down 1+2, and then you also have Mantis stance from down 3+4. So let's look at those just to make sure that we are getting the right like description for both. So this is Mantis stance. Mantis stance is where she kind of crouches down. This looks a little bit like AOP from Xiaoyu, and then that's down 3+4. And then we have down 1+2, which is her like kind of infamous stance. So I actually already said something incorrect, which is this move here puts you into Mantis stance. So I think Mantis stance is actually what I want to look at first. So we're gonna do Mantis stance instead. And the reason I want to do that is because I think this is a very like logical step when we just talked about this situation. That's going to put her into this stance at +7. I want to start looking at what are the options she has from those moves and what is her plus frames going to be in all of those situations. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find every single move that she has that puts her into Mantis stance. So we're going to go through here and just find them all. So there may not be a lot of these. We'll see. So we have 2-1-3. We'll just get all of these out of the way. So 2-1-4-3, 2-1-3 down. Yeah, 2-1-3 down. down 2-4, or, yeah. Okay, so this one can actually shift into both. But anyway, down 2-4. And I'll put here down 2-4 down, or 2-4-3, so that we know that there's an extension here. I want to go back to that 2-1-3 because I was looking at just the helper text. Yeah, so there's no other like we'll put like the regular thing is this. So essentially the idea is that you don't have to commit to it. So now you have down 2-4-3, 2-4-3. Now you have this down 3 down, down 3 down. And the idea is that if you hold, we're kind of learning that, okay, so if you just hold down on these stances, you'll go into Mantis. Got it. Down 3+4 is the manual entry. We'll put that at the top here. Down 3+4, manual entry. This one's down back 4, 2. And then if you do down back 4 down, you can go into Mantis stance. So down back 4, 2 is the extension. Down back 3+3, 1+2. Down back 1+2, 1+2. But you just do 1. Down back 1+2. Okay. Then we have forward, 3+4. Forward, 3+4 down. And I'm going to take away the ones that, like this one here, because that means that down is just optional. Hey, Mad Kami. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Yep, we are doing part 2 today, so we're going to figure out the rest of the stances today, hopefully. Cool. Yeah, it was, figuring out that the Scarecrow stance is really just, like, 2 options, or not 2 options, 3 options that you have to think about really kind of, like, helps make more sense, right? So that you know what the rock, paper, scissors is at that point. So I was really happy to learn that stuff as well. And that's all for the standing moves. Now you have while rising 2. So while standing 2 down. She has a lot of stuff that takes her into Mantis still. So she's got... I initially thought that this character was kind of like Lydia, in the sense that you kind of transition into Scarecrow and then transition into Mantis, but it looks a little bit more fluid than that. Or like Lars in that sense, where you're kind of like walking through different stances, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Okay. So now Scarecrow stance. We know that Scarecrow stance, 1+2 down. So Scarecrow stance 1+2 down will take us into it. Scarecrow stance down 4, 3, which has down 4, 3, 3, will take us into it. Wait, was that? Oh no, that shifts to a crouching state. Let me take that out. Let me purge that. Scarecrow stance down 4, 4. Okay. Down 4. Down 4. Down. Down 4. Down 3+4. 3+4. Someone's at my door. My dog's going crazy. And then we'll just walk through the tarantula stance to make sure. It looks like there are a few things that come in from tarantula stance as well. So tarantula stance 4 takes you to Mantis stance. So TRS 4 down. No, 4 down takes you to tarantula stance. You just do 4, takes you to Mantis stance. And you can also just go straight to Mantis stance from tarantula stance. Got it. Okay. Cool. And then we will probably skip the Mantis stance things that loop, because like, that's fine. It just, those are moves that we'll handle in a second here. So I think this is essentially where I want to start. So let's go ahead and go through each one of these moves now and then start learning about them. So cool. Let's start by unsetting some of these and go for this one. So we first have, and to make sure we're still in this, yep. And apparently, I guess that, weird. I think I must have, oh, it really did. Okay. I was like getting confused because I was looking at the tarantula stance and they said down 1+2 would put you into mantis, and it does. It's just an attack. Okay. So, that being said, so first we have 2-1-3 down. So 2-1-3 down. So let's first do 2-1-3. What the heck? That's what that move does? Okay. So that looks a little bit, the word I would use is gimmicky. I need to figure out the best way to, and weirdly enough, it transitioned anyway. It puts her into it anyway, right? So I thought when we looked at this move, it gave you an option to not do it. 2-1-3. Oh, shift to mantis or cancel the shift to mantis. Oh, okay. So this is actually a little bit different than I thought. 2-1-3 down. We're gonna do it like that. That's a little bit different than I thought. So we have. So that means instead, I'm gonna do, and then try to block. And then we have this one, which is essentially that situation. Got it. Okay. So let's see how these differ. So it's a high, mid, low. High, mid, low. If you block, you can't block. Oh, weird. This is like a guard break of some kind. Oh, just kidding. So it's just you block it, and then you, weird. Oh, and my controller's not going to down back. Okay. But you just block it and launch it. Okay, easy enough. So, I'll put the, I'm just gonna put like canned string or something here. I don't really know. I guess we'll put the information on here though. So it's essentially, it comes out of jab. So I-10 high, mid, low. Knockdown on hit. Knockdown on hit. Minus 17 on block. You can low parry it, and there is nothing else that comes out of that. 2-1-3. Yeah, there's nothing else that comes out of it. Now, if she instead doesn't finish it, it's minus 17, and we're ducking. Okay. I see. So she's even minus 9 on hit for this, which is actually kind of interesting. But either way, so I-10, high, mid, like force crouch, well, minus 9 force crouch on hit, and then minus 17 force crouch on block. So I wonder, I'm going to try and interrupt the first one. So it does hit us. You can't sidestep. I can't, like, press anything here. So it's a true, like, I guess, mix-up of sorts. Yeah, it is a true mix-up, but it's gimmicky. But both hits of this are punishable with the same punish, which makes it a little bit easier. So I'll just say, while standing 1 punish. Cool. Now we have down 2-4, and they also have access to down 2-4-3. So down 2-4. Ooh, this one sees a lot of play. So So that one puts her into this stance. And then this one is her finished one. That also sees a lot of play. And it looks like she's even launching us there. Alright, so let's see. Minus 22? And I'm standing? So if you get the read on this one, that happens. I wonder... Huh. I wonder if there's like a timing read we can do with that. I'm curious now, but we'll see. And then this one is minus 13. It does look like, you see this? It happens at a certain speed. So you can kind of just wait, right? Like it's not a punish if I wait, but we'll be able to challenge anything that she does in that stance. Is what I'm thinking. I don't know. Anyway, so let's look at the numbers here. So the first hit, -4 on block. So I-19. Mid. -4 on hit. -22 on block. Forward. 4, 1, punish. And I have these punishes here as sort of like a note for myself, basically, because they're a note for myself to make because her stances are so tricky. We need to know whether or not we can get her out of that stance, right? So now we have I-19 mid, I want to say. Minus, and then this one is like maybe a launch on hit, launch on hit. It looks like a launch, and then you have -13 on block. I can't sidestep it or mash out of it. Can I? I've been looking into this stuff, but I can't even. Yeah, you can't even get out of it like that. So okay. All right, fair enough. So that seems fine. All right. So the next thing, and let's back up a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna put her in this stance. Oops. I'm gonna put her in this stance, and just see like what hits this stance, right? No, I don't want you to leave the stance. Stay in the stance. Alright. Will she get up if I do it? Yeah, okay. So this goes over. This hits. This hits. That obviously misses. That'll hit. That hits. Ooh, that one does not. You see this? That's a pretty high mid. Okay. That one hits. Ooh, down jab doesn't hit either. You see that? And sometimes, like at some points of this stance, it goes over it. You see that? Let me try see if I can time it right. Look at that. That's wild. See? How do you beat this character? Alright, so interesting. So, and what can I launch her with? Nothing normal launches her here, like, but I don't really know, like, what I would use here. But, yeah, there's no, like, float option here. You can obviously go for this. This seems decent, actually. But, yeah, what a What a crazy stance. So it like crushes. It's got a weird. I'm just gonna put like gets lower with time. Consistent. Forward 3 mid crush. Eventually crushes all mids. It's like I don't know what else to say there, but that's basically what it does. Okay. Let's keep going now. So now we have down 3. So one thing that I'm already learning, right, is that a lot of these transitions that she has, like, out of these just, like, neutral situations, granted, down 2-4 is not bad, but it's like, there's more risk associated than we realize, right? But there's more risk associated than we realize, but at the same time, they're kind of gimmicky entries. So maybe this is a key to getting out of this character's, offense. So first we have this one, then we have this one, like that, and let's see the difference. So this is a pretty common low poke she does. It's pretty good. You notice this? It does like, how much damage is this? 14. That's a decent chip. Like we deal 15 with our down 4. It's 22 frames fast, so it's the same speed as like a hatchet basically. It looks like it tracks. Yeah, see, it kind of tracks pretty well. If you walk it, you can walk it. So it kind of reminds me of a hatchet, where it's like you can sometimes walk it, but that's good. More to the left, it seems, than the right. But like, afterwards, you have to use something pretty low hitting. Okay, so anyway, let's see. +5 on hit. So, I-19, no, I-22, I-22 low, +5 on hit. What happens if I counter hit, knockdown? Knockdown on counter hit, this may even be a launch, but just knowing that they're fishing. And then on block, -15. So that's the risk here. -15 on block. While standing 1. It's a little bit weak to sidewalk left, sidewalk right. I'm just gonna say sidewalk left though, because that seems to be kind of the theme, and it ends recover like crouch after. Like she could stay low the whole time basically. Okay, good to know. What a good move. So then what if she transitions? +7 now, right? So you can do that. Interesting. Okay, so he can punish it. But again, the difference being that it... Wait. If she does it in a stance, it's -13. Whoa. You see that? Interesting. Okay. I don't know if you noticed, but that's crazy. Okay, so this is actually a little bit different. So we did the wrong info here. So I'm just gonna take this, I'm gonna cut it and move it over to this one, because that's what that actually is. And it's +7 on hit. Probably yeah, same like knockdown or whatever. Knockdown counter hit. -13 on block while standing 2-1 punish. And I'm gonna, I guess, copy this part over. So that's actually pretty interesting. So actually you should be, maybe we should just practice blocking this with a 13 frame then, unless you have like a read. Like, yeah, there's a little bit of a different animation, but I think for consistency's sake, we'll just like assume that's a 13 frame low in that case. Just fun fact if they're not transitioning afterwards. Now you have down back 4 down or down back 4-2. Okay. Alright, you have that, and then we have down back 4-2. Oh, it's this move. Okay. And it's only 13. I thought this was worse. Interesting. And it's like can't even interesting. Well, if you're really sharp, you can do that. What if we switch sides? Can't do it the other way. Ha! That's really funny. Okay, so this is a player one side advantage. So, note to self, you can do this only on player one side. Interesting. But fun fact that you have that option. So, okay, so we got some stuff to talk about here. So let's look at the cancel one first and write down some of this. So I-21 low. Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. Oh, it looks like that takes you to -4 on hit. +2 on counter hit though. So it's kind of like a Bryan thing. -13? Gotcha. -13 on block. And you can go to the right. Side step right weak. Very side step right weak. But like kind of you're already noticing like you're kind of noticing this trend, right? Where we have to use a lot of these 4-4-1 punishes to launch. And probably it creates such weird accesses. It's actually completely like random. Because it seems to be at what point in the spin she's at, basically. So you have to come up with your most consistent combo, basically. Like, that doesn't work. Jeez. That's gonna not be great. Yeah, I have no idea what's the best way to do these like bizarre combos. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out in the future. But anyway, side step right weak. 4-4-1. All right, so now we do the other one. So what happens if I go to the right? All right, still side step right weak. Second hit can be side step left. But only if you blocked it, so this may not really matter. It's like a fun fact. But it's launch on hit. So this is just to keep her... I see. So this is like an unsafe transition, right? So this is... That's sort of like the point of this move, I guess. Where it's a low mid. It's a low mid. Launch on hit. Launch on hit. -13 on block. Block, low, side step left, flat mid, side step right weak, or block low, side step left mid. Gimmicky. I'm gonna put gimmicky. Interesting. Because you can just do this. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so either way, that one's good to know. And then now you have down back 1+2. This is a snake edge, right? Yep, that's a snake edge. So even more reason to remember this. So I'm just gonna remind ourselves that this one is a snake edge. And just write that down. So, and see if we can fisherman's it. No. But this is just snake edge. I'm just gonna put snake edge. While standing 1. What if she does 1+2, 1+2? Oh yeah, what happens here? So that's a launch. It's all the same. Just while standing 1 both times. Good to know. Alright. So that entire thing's a gimmick. We'll add that to our practice regimen. Forward, forward, 3+4 down. Oh, this move. So this is like a mid-mid, right? It looks like mid-mid. Okay, so if we just do the regular one, looks like that. And if we do the other one, she's in stance. So let's do the stance one first. -12. Really? Now, what am I gonna punish this with? Not much. Like, you get that. Now we're -4. Like, I don't know if I like that. But you can basically catch anything with a down 4-2 at that point. Or a down 2. Down 4, I mean. What else could we do here? So the other thing, it is very linear. So you can use this, but you'll notice that see how it goes under? So we're gonna have to come up with something better. Like, back 1 seems fine. This is probably best. Whoa, maybe not. Look at that. So maybe, oh, just kidding. If you do it too early, that's what happens. So let's see. Wonder what the best way is to deal with that. I guess it's that. See, you have to, like, interesting. Oh, you see that? Maybe like that. Something like that. Or maybe. Like that, maybe? So you have to kind of like dash in afterwards. So anyway, let's talk through this. So it is I-21 mid -12 on block. Oh, on hit it's just knockdown on hit. What about and on counter hit? -12 on block. Down back 4 punish, I guess. And then very linear. Very linear, need to dash after step. And now let's see what are the frames of this. If she doesn't go into stance. -11! Oh, I see. So it's minus 11 on block then. Interesting. So that's weird. So it's like, if you're really on it, you can punish this, but she's gonna go into stance. So then it's like, you don't really want to do it. Let's see, that's interesting. I think down 4 is not bad, but you see, she can, now it's not guaranteed, because she can go for a low parry afterwards. Like if I instead did, like this, right? Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. I want to just do it normally. Something like this, right? Then if I try to punish it, I get low parried. What if I do even that? So it's like the punish that we get on the other one, right? This down back 4. Like, okay, so let's purge that down back 4 punish. Or can low parry down back 4, etc. on block. Just to like, okay, that's a pretty scary move. It's like basically just, it's basically step is the best way to beat this, but you can kind of take your turn, basically. It is your turn. That's the best way to describe it. It's like, it is our turn, and we just, it is our turn, we just need to use something that will get through the tarantula stance. Okay. Get through the mantis stance. Alright. Okay. Now we have while standing 2 down. Whoa. Let me see that again. So she can stay here, or she can bail out and go like that. And that is kind of wild. Okay. That's the while standing 2. And this is this one. What the heck? That's so weird. So let's see what the normal while standing 2 is. Minus 14. Okay. And what about this one? Ooh, look at that. Let's see. Huh. I don't even... Oh, you see that? So this is actually... That's a punish. That's a punish. So you have to kind of be on it, but you can do it. That doesn't seem worth going for. This one. Okay, but... Seems forward 4-1 is our punishment of choice. Alright, so let's compare them now. So this is an I-18. So this is like our punisher, right? So I-18 mid. So this is I-21. I-21. And then probably launch on hit. Launch on hit. Minus 40 on block. Dash up forward 4-1. The while standing 2. I-18 mid launch on hit. And that launch is on hit, but she's not going to get the combo. But minus 14 on block. Cool. Now we have down forward 3. Ooh, what? Wait, what? Did I do the right move? We had while standing 2, so maybe I did the wrong thing. So it's like full crouch down forward 3? Yeah. Full crouch down forward 3. This one. Oh, she uses this a lot. So, okay. So you have this. This is like an Oki situation she'll do. And then that. So this is full crouch down forward 3. So if we compare the two, if we look at the cancel one first, knockdown. So I-23 low, knockdown on hit. Wow. Stagger low and block. Alright. And then the finished version. Knockdown as usual. Stagger low. It's very linear. Ooh. Linear. Okay. Linear. It's the same, so I'm just gonna skip. Scarecrow 1+2 down. And this is interesting, right? Because we talked about how both of this move and this move are her way to like stop you, right? Well, now we have this situation. This move takes her into Tarantula stance, actually. Why is that? Wait a minute. What did I see then? What was it that was taking her into... Oh, okay, we just got the wrong one. That doesn't actually shift into Mantis. This one does. Okay, so we'll take out the 1+2 down. But that's actually pretty interesting because basically both of her options to your sidestep are things that take her into the other stances, which are probably more powerful. So, but down 4 down is correct. Okay, so let's talk about these. So first of all, you have this situation. So, and I think you have to enter it. +7. +7 on hit, -14 on block. So I-19, low, +7 on hit, -14 on block. We talked about this move tracks pretty well. Like if you... It's sidewalk left weak, but not after, like, not at 0. So there was something else that was +7 on hit, I thought. Or maybe that's just the one. Oh, it was down 3 was similar. And it was -13 on block. So it was kind of a similar situation. Interesting. We'll look at that one too. So essentially she's, again, so it's basically comparing it to this, right? They're very similar moves. Right? They're very similar moves. And similar frames. Whoa. Yeah. She basically does the same move. Okay. That's good to know. And now we have Scarecrow stance down 4 down. So let's see this one. Okay. Looks like a stagger low. So I'm not really worried about it, I guess. We talked about before that this goes around it. Pretty much can, pretty much can just universally walk around this, so I'm not as afraid, but it's I-24 low. Knockdown on hit, -28. 25 on block. Sidewalk right, weak. Okay. Cool. Now we have Scarecrow stance down 3+4. And I think this one is just going directly into it. Manual transition. Rolls back. And then finally you have Tarantula stance 4. So, and just does it every time. So let's see what that does. It looks like minus 22? What? That's it? I-26 mid. What's the point of this move? Like, I got countered here. Does this do something in heat? Because I feel like I've seen people do this before. Oh, she can do 4-3 though. Okay, she can do 4-3. So if she does 4-3, that's a launch. Okay, that's what's happening here. All right, so that's why. I-26 mid. So it's an I-26 mid, I believe we said. Maybe it's probably faster than that. Why did she do that? Why is she doing that? Oh, my, yeah, I-26 mid. Minus 22 on block. Minus 4 on, or minus 4 on hit. Minus 22 on block. Okay. Alright, interesting. 4-4-1. Cool. So we got a lot of moves here. Now let's go ahead and start working on the different moves that exist in Mantis Stance. So to do that, we're going to do this. So, Zafina, Mantis Stance moves. GS. And let's go through all of them. So this is the... I'm already feeling like I'm learning a little bit, but we're going to come up with an actual strategy from here. So now that we have this, we have 1-3, 2-1-4, which has, and you can also 2 or 2-1 to stay in Mantis Stance. So we'll think about that. We have 3-1. 4-3. 1 plus 2. 2 plus 3. Down 4-1. During heat, down for 1 heat. Down 4-2. Down 4-3. Down 4-4. Jeez. Down 1-4. A lot of moves in this stance. Down 4. Up forward. Up forward. 1. No. 3. Up forward 3. That is a lot of... That's a lot. Alright. Let's go through these. So. Number 1. That takes her out of the stance. And takes her straight into Scarecrow. So this is actually pretty interesting. Basically, Scarecrow stance. So what does this look like? So she's I-19, I-19, mid-high. And it jails. Mid-high jails. So it's plus 9 on hit, 0 on block. So if we gave an example, right? If she goes like this situation again, right? That's like, we can just walk. Alright, cool. Next we have 2-1-4. But it looks like she can stay in this stance, basically. So we're going to do the 2, the 2-1-4, the 2, the 2-1, and then the 2-1-4. So we have this. So if I record her doing that, oh man. Puts her back in the stance. Look at that. So it's minus 14 on block, minus 3 on hit. So this is an I-13 mid. Looks like it kind of tracks. Yeah. It kind of tracks. Wait a minute. Looks like depending on this timing, it sometimes is worse. But we're not going to worry too much about it for now. And then minus 14 on block. But, like, mid punish. Something like that, right? Yeah, interesting. Okay. Now we have the 2-1. Now it's mid-mid. Minus 14 again. Minus 3. Identical. So, I-13 mid. Minus 3 on hit. Minus 14 on block. Mid punish. And it tracks, remember? Can't seem to get around it. Yeah. But if we did, weirdly enough, if we go that way, I don't know. We'll see. So that's interesting. And then finally we have the final version of it, because we care more about these after transitions. What does the final hit look like? Minus 13? Just with a lot of delay? Yeah. Yep. Ooh, we can't go that way. Or that way. Can't counter. Can't do that. We can do this. We have room to power brush. But that's about it. Mid, mid, mid. So, I-13 mid, mid, mid. Knockdown on hit, I think. Yeah, probably. Knockdown on hit. What if I pressed? Same. And then minus 13 on block. Not much else going on here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now we'll do 3-1. Keep it moving here. That's a classic. She uses this to launch. So this is a launcher. Whoa. What the heck? What's the weaknesses here? It tracks this way. Wow. But you can block it at least. But if you press, it's gonna natural hit combo. Okay. So, what a good move. So I-15 low mid. Low mid. Launch on hit. Minus 9 on block. And she stays in that stance, though. Yeah, okay, minus 9 on block. Yeah, and natural string counter hit. And it looks like it tracks. There it didn't. Huh. Weird. Look at this. You kind of have to be really ready for it to whiff. And even then, you have to be fast. Sidestep, walk left, whiffs, second hit. Maybe? Huh. Maybe? And then we have 4-3. Another classic. Minus 30 at least. You have to go like that. But this one's easy to do. So I-17. So it's I-17 mid-mid. I-17 mid-mid. Low mid. Low mid. Launch on hit. Minus 30 on block. Forward 4-1. Punish. Alright, now we want 1 + 2. Power Crush. Alright. I-20 Power Crush. Knockdown on hit. I-20 Power Crush. Power Crush mid. Knockdown on hit. And on block. Minus 12. What a good move. Okay. Linear. That's wild. Okay. 2 + 3. Turns are around. Turns around. Why would you do that now? Why would you do that? What? Do you know that if you hold forward here, she actually goes forward? Like, she doesn't actually go back? That's so weird. Weird. Okay, I don't know. Alright. Now you have down 4-2-1. Down 4-1, rather. Oops, wrong one. Oh, she uses this a lot too. I think the heat thing just gives her some different like properties here. But it's a heat engager. Let's see. But I-24 mid. +6 on hit on block. So heat engage on hit +6 on block. Pretty linear, as we should expect. Okay. And then that's the launcher that they like to use. -9 again. What is with these moves? And it looks like it tracks, but I'm not sure. Alright, launching mid, -9. So, yeah, what's the catch here? We gotta find what the catch is. Launch on hit. -9 on block? I have no idea. That's wild. And then you have down 4-3. Whoa. That's like a guile kick. Knockdown on hit, or I'm gonna say it's more like +19 on hit, because we get up immediately. So, +19 on hit. Oops. Same deal. On block, -17. So people aren't going to be using this, but you'll notice it's hard to punish. See that? That's wild. Yeah, that's hard to block. And it tracks a bit. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Pushback. Okay. So it looks like safe. Pushback. Safe. Down for 4. This mana stance is really good. That's what I'm kind of like. It looks really good on paper. Now she's got down for 4. This is her tracking move. And it's +5. I mean, we can do that, I guess. That's wild. I don't even know. I'm also just, like, half the time trying to figure out what's the best way to do that. Something like this deals no damage. That doesn't even work. Just something like that, I guess. Okay, so this is a... So let's see. So this move is... I-17 mid tracking mid. On hit it's +13 on hit, -5 on block. Wild. Okay. Down 1-4. Oops. Okay. Looks like a knockdown. Low mid. I-15. Low mid. I-15, low mid. Knockdown on hit. -16 on hit. On block. Jet upper. Jet upper punish. Okay. It's not too bad. So that one's kind of irrelevant. Now we have down 4. It's a slide. We can do that. We can launch it. +4 on hit and takes her into back into Manus. So I-20 low. Slide. +4 on hit. Probably knock down on counter hit. Nope. There it is. Launch on launch counter hit. -15. 22 to 15. Okay, so -15 to 22 on block while standing 1. Okay. Linear. It's a slide, so it's linear. Finally, we have up 4-3. And I think this is... I don't know, but... Oh, it's this. Never mind. I don't know what that is. Okay. What the heck? -9. Knockdown otherwise. What a weird move. So... I-26. Orbital vid. Knockdown on hit. -9 on block. Very linear. Very linear. Okay. So now that we're at this point, right? We now have, and I'm going to stop this for a second. We now have a whole list of her moves, right? And we have a whole list of her entries. Now the entries we don't care about... Sorry. Yeah. Entry moves. Now, we don't care as much about these, but what we're trying to do is like find something that's a common ground denominator of what's going to be the entry point into this move. So if I were to highlight some, right? The first one off the bat is Scarecrow's stance down 4. No, not down 4, down forward 4. And the reason for that is because down forward 4 is sort of one of the things that's going to catch your sidestep, right? That we try to do against like 1-3s and stuff like that. So if that is a move that they're going to do, they're going to be +7 when they transition into it, right? So that's kind of where our head is going to be at when we deal with this move. So, okay. Other than that, if we look at a few of her other ones, right? There was, and I'm going to pull her up first. Pull up the game capture again so you can see. There was down 2-4. Seems like something she might do, right? That one's -4 on hit. That might be a little bit better. You also have down 3 is actually the exact same situation as 1-3 down 4-4 basically. So we're actually pretty happy to lump those two together. Down back 4 is not the same. Let's see. And then I guess supposedly this one too, but the thing is this one is like so minus we don't care basically. And then so yeah, like the ones that are the most likely to really come up, right, are essentially going to be both +7 or it's going to be down 4-2. Yeah. Yes, we are Guy Dewsworth. There's a lot. We are at the second stance. So it just goes deeper. So what I'm going to say here is that if we start talking about like the anti-strats here, right? Zafina, Tarantula, counterplay. We care about down 4. Not down 4. What was it? Down 3? Yeah, down 3 down. Down 3 down. And Scarecrow stance down 4-3. Right? No, down 4-4. Down 4-4. Both of these are +7. +7 on hit. So I really want to like start going through our options of what we would do to beat these. And then the other one that we would look into is like I said, if I check this real quick, was down 2-4, since that one is kind of a common thing you'll see people do sometimes, right? You'll see people doing that, especially since they'll otherwise finish it like that. And this one's -4. So that one also. We can kind of like talk about that one as well. So down 2-4 is -4. Or on block, rather, right? Let's see. Because it's +4 on hit. What is it on block? It's -22. Just kidding. Take that one off. So, okay. So yeah, +7 is what we're operating on. Let's go through these now. So the thing that we want to do, right, is we want to essentially set up this situation, right? This into something. So for example, if I do... why is she... like that, right? Like this, basically. So she's +7. What if I sidestep? Sidestep right, left worked. I can't go to left. Am I crouching? I am. And you'll notice this is a very clean counter hit situation. So, okay. So it actually forces crouch. So we're already kind of... that's something to keep in mind. Is that this forces crouch. Forces crouch. And I think the other one does too. Let's see. Let's see. Yep, forces crouch. And we know because... yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but my Bryan's like trying to do while rising things now. Yep, so she's got us. Okay, cool. So now we know. So if that's the case, we're going to have to restart and do this from both sides to figure out if both of these side steps are viable. Well, look at that. It doesn't look like it. That's very scary. Huh. Well, I got it that time. But I could just be slow? Why is this so much harder? Maybe it is harder to do this way. She does seem to be more weak to sidestep right, to left, sidestep left. But that's scary. Okay, so. Sidestep left, if you can, is kind of what I'm thinking about here. So I'm going to start moving through the move list, though, and try the other options. So we have that. Now we have... oh, I have to put this back, probably, because I want to see what else this will work on, right? So let's not switch the positions. We're going to go through all of these now. So now we have... now we have 2, 1, 4, and we're just going to do the whole string just for thoroughness. Wait, what? So this is kind of an awkward motion. Okay. Can this one move? No. And it's plus, right? And it comes out at 13 frames, so it's just like it's like a completely safe thing. I can punch parry from here, but that's about it. So that one you can't sidestep left. If we restart and switch, no. Okay, so punch parry is the first thing on my mind, right? In this situation, punch parry is on my mind. Because if we're back to this situation, that's on my mind. Alright. So, we had that one. Now we have 3-1. So, 3-1, which is that. That matters. Alright. Look at that. I can't even dodge this. Okay. You can low parry. I can't punch parry it. I can't power crush. Can I orbital? Wow, that's great. Huh. Huh. You have this. That's okay. Oh, Dogma TK, thank you so much for the raid. We are figuring out how on earth are you supposed to beat Manda's stance if you're -7. Thank you so much for the follow too, Dogma. Alright. So, what am I going to do against this? You can block it. And your reward is your -9. Oh yeah, the down 4-2, like this situation? Yeah. Yeah, I did see it. Yeah, it's a good move, I think. But man, how do I... Well, let's switch sides, make sure this is consistent on both sides, because this is forcing crouch, right? And given that this is a 13 frame, right? Is this a 13 frame? '15 frame. Again, it's a It's a frame trap. And the thing is, it's a low, so like, what do I do here? I can try jumping. Oh, you can't jump. You could do... This is all I got that actually beats this move. When you're +7. That's all I got. Let's think for a second. +7 is really hard to beat. That is really hard to beat. I'm actually stumped. So, just looking at the other options that she has, right? You play an alt F4, it could just be that. Like, there may not be, because it's like, okay, you got a tracking low. So I can't, you're forcing crouch on me, right? You got a tracking low, you're forcing crouch on me. Yikes, that's just so gross. Like, so, and then we looked at her faster moves, right? So we have like this as an example. Like, yeah, you got that. Yeah, maybe that's it, right? But the thing is, it's hard to... No, you can't even fuzzy because this thing comes out at 13 frames, and that one comes out at 13 frames. So the mid comes out at 13, and this comes out at 13. Or 15, rather. I don't think 15 to 13 seems like a hard fuzzy, but maybe that is something we could consider. Jeez. I mean, at the end of the day, right? You can just sidestep left block if you're on player one side. That was the other thing that's kind of, to recap, that's the other thing that's a little bit frustrating about this situation here, is that you can't sidestep on player two side and you're forced crouch. Yeah, we could try and backdash. You could try that. Yeah, let's try... man, backdashing. Yeah. What happens if I do up 4 to 3? No, up 3 does not work. That's scary, because I don't want to eat that either, right? So... Huh. And can I... Do I have to wait? Yeah, I do. Something like that. Oops. You could do... Yeah, but sidestep left duck's not... It's a... The second hit's a mid, so it's like you don't want to sidestep left duck. You want to sidestep left to block, basically. Right? Yeah. Because this move is one of the scariest things you can deal with, basically. It could just be she loses her turn. But that's not great. G-Man, we did. It was a issue with Twitch. Basically, my OBS was defaulting to a Twitch server that had the latency. So when I manually specified the server, it looks like it fixed things. I'm at a loss, everyone. I don't actually know, but let's keep moving through it. Let's look at our let's look at the other moves and just see how other things are looking. So we're at 3-1. Let's do 4-3 now. This is scary, y'all. That's still 3-1. My bad. What? Oh, this one. Okay. Execution, y'all. Sorry. There it is. Okay, so this one also tracks seemingly from a low. Granted, this one you can block it. Like that. But man, that's scary. Giraffe Supreme Leader, the easiest way to find the problematic moves that is not going to the punishment list, which will give you a lot of the problematic moves that you can at least punish. Like, the idea is that you're going to have to go through the moves kind of like this and figure out like what works against both, basically. What are you saying, Mustafa? After blocking that option, can't I down forward 2 on backsway 1 tarantula stance? Potentially, but what we're trying to talk about is that if she just in neutral, right, does down 3 like this, she's plus 7. We can't, and we're forced crouch, so we don't really have any like mashing potential here for most of this stuff. Replays is a good way to do it, yes. Like, yeah, we can block that, but we can't, we get in trouble if we, we get in trouble. Okay, so if we do sidestep left block, right? There's nothing really like powerful that's happening here, but we can at least do that. So now we've got sidestep left block for that. I didn't do it. And there we're safe there. The only thing that's catching us is this. But it's not that good of a string, I guess. But this one, we can punch parry it if we think that's what she's going to do. So, okay, so we're settling on some sort of, like, semblance of rock, paper, scissors here. Now, 1 plus 2. Okay. We have the Power Crush coming out. I wonder if I can sidestep this. Whoa! What? That sucks. I can't even walk it. Okay. We can do that. I mean, we can't just block, right? Okay. So we can block that, but we can't step it. It might be weak to sidestep right. Let's try it. But the problem, like I mentioned before, is that we are ducking, so we can't sidestep right from this position. We can if we're on this side. Ah, it is, yeah. Okay. This is kind of a... That's... Look at that turnaround, though. That's kind of weird. Weird camera work. So we can sidestep right the Power Crush. We don't care about her 2 plus 3. That just turns it around. Now we are getting into some of the other weird stuff, like down forward 1. Oops. This one. That works, at least. From both ways. And I think. That's not bad. What about down forward 2? This one's a safe launcher. I really hope I can step this. No! Oh my gosh. If they ever do whiff, you float them. Not specifically in Mantis stance. Mantis stance cannot be floated, but Tarantula stance can be floated. So, like, if she's in this stance here, cannot be floated. But Tarantula stance, yes. But this one's, yeah, Tarantula, you can float it. It's like she's like kind of hunched over. That one can be floated as long as just like out of neutral, basically. Just play Lily. Yeah. Thank you so much for the follow. Acetity? Thank Thank you so much for the follow. But yeah, so all right. But yeah, we're just trying to like this is the move, right? So I can't sidestep it that way. Okay. What about this way? Go that way. So this is so weird. I almost am more incentivized to sidestep right a little bit. This is kind of weird because it kind of now it really matters for us at least, right? It really matters what side we're on. No, Link, check this out. -9. You can punch parry it, but -9. Absolutely bonkers. And look at how fast this move is. 19 frames. You can jab it, but it's gonna trade if we do a while standing 3. Like it's pretty fast. Oh, I think some characters can, but Bryan's got a chunky sidestep, but he's kind of in a world of hurt here. By the way, yeah, I didn't say hi to you earlier, Link, but good to see you. So this is weird. My dog is getting freaked out again. So that was down for 2. Now down for 3. Oh, it's just this? Is that the right move? Let's slow that down. No, it's not. Okay, it's this. What? Oh, down 4-3. No, it's this move. My bad. Okay, so we have this. Bryan sidesteps bottom 8. I mean, that's fair. Yeah, I'm not... I believe it. He's chunky. Peter once told me that too. Can't go this way. And it's frame trap. And tracks this way too. Great. Yes, Heath Burst is actually something we should be considering. I sort of discounted it because I was like in the mindset of both of the first 2 moves. Like, oh, okay. Like, oh no, I get countered and I get launched. Same in this case. Right? Like, I was afraid because those are lows, but you're absolutely right that we should be able to heat burst some of these. So +7. This one you can't heat burst. Oh. Wait, when does heat burst become active? That doesn't seem right. Oh, frame 7, right? So that means maybe I did these too slow. Let me try it again. So this is 2-1. This is 2-1-4. So let's re-record this. Yeah, see, let's see. If I do like this, I think that's a little bit faster. Yeah, see, now it's going to come out too fast because they're at 13 frames speed, which means in my Power Crest will come out at 14, which sucks because that's that probably means the same for this move here. Yeah, I definitely did this one wrong as well. Let's do this one a little bit more cleanly. No. Yikes. I hate that I have to like. It is a little bit precise, but I'm not a Zafina player, but still. There it is. Yeah. And I wonder, now that I'm doing it at a faster speed, right? I wonder if I can still sidestep this move. You can't. Okay. That's interesting. You can't actually sidestep it now that we are doing it with the right speed. Huh. If I have Snake Eyes, how effective is 441+2? My understanding is that it's a power crush, so it's still going to. Let's give it to us, okay? Let's give it to us. But my understanding is that because it's still gonna be active on frame 7. Oh, never mind. It's active earlier. Interesting. So actually, it does beat it. Oh gosh, this is annoying. You can't beat that one, though. Oh, you can. If you're really fast, you can do it. Basically. But you have to be on it. I feel like... Huh. I don't know. This is weird. That's so weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm not doing this fast enough, but it's weird. Yeah, it's okay. We're gonna skip that one for a second and keep going because that one you don't see a lot of Zafinas using it anyway. So down forward 4 now, I think. That one she uses. Like this. This is gonna track. And then you can trade with it. That's it. Jeez. I don't know. Yeah, if you do it slowly, you can get it out. So it's like possible, but it's just like, yikes. Not to mention, though this specific situation, there's a chance you can just float her. I don't actually know the frames for sure. But there's a good chance that, like, if she does anything after this move, you can just kind of float it out. And then do something here. Figure out something that actually works for a float back turn combo. Yeah, the low launchers are crazy. So, alright, so you got that situation. There's pretty much this move here. It's just you're not doing anything. It's a frame trap. It's a frame trap. And you're kind of stuck. What's this move again? What's this one? Yeah. I mean, you can do that. We could do that specifically against that. But it's like, why does she even need the power crush in this situation? Because we're already, like, so afraid to press, you know? Now. Not to, like... Right, like... If she's just going straight into it, we can launch it. I'm gonna put that out there. Just like, it is something to keep in mind. Yeah. For me, it's like, this is a nightmare matchup, so I want to know how to beat it. But it is, like, scaring me a lot. Like, jeez. Maybe the... And look, she can come in from, like, so far. Like, this is that's a down 4, like, engage right there. Huh. I have no idea. Okay, let's keep going. So what was this? This was the tracking move. That was down forward 4. And then we had down 1 4. What the heck? That's just a weird move. We can kind of skip that one, and then The slide. Right, let's do the slide. Because we don't care about up 4 to 3, I don't think either. It's just a weird move. So anyway. What was the... Oh, down 4. So what is going on with this move? Wow. That's great. Okay. The only real thing, right, is that we can use this to get out. And we can use this to get out for, like, standing moves, I guess. So, okay. So, let's do some math. So, and let's kind of throw some stuff in, right? Like, sidestep right. Ugh. Gosh. Paul player here. How's it going? Hey, how's it going? Acidity, I think is how you say it. Let me know if that's right. But anyway, the C's throwing me off. Acidity. Yeah, sidestep left duck kind of works. Just to reiterate, it kind of works, but the problem is that we are opening ourselves up. Chris? All good, thank you, Chris. But if we try to sidestep left at all, we get clipped by this. We actually have no room to... This is a pure frame trap, and it locks us in place. So we're already kind of operating on that issue where we're sort of like at risk here. Now, you could just end this jail, so we can't even like you can put yourself back into the situation basically. So it's like, okay, we can't sidestep left that. We can't sidestep left this. We can't sidestep left this. So, and all of these so far, all of those are frame traps. It's barely reactable. Maybe that is the option, but just to like reiterate though, like you have this exact same situation when she does this as well. She has this as an option, and it comes out at 12 frames, 19 frames rather, so quite a bit faster, and it is actually a catch to almost all of her other options that she does here. So essentially, Zafina is in a situation where she can do this, right? And if she does this or any of her moves, basically, if she does this or any of her moves, you sidewalk right. But the problem is that she can track that with these two options. She's basically got two moves that put her into her other stances. This one puts her into Tarantula. That one you can only sidewalk left. And then finally this one tracks both and puts her into this awesome Mantis stance. So it's like, yeah, you can try and react to it, but it's fast. It's 19 frames. So that's 19 frames. Like, so yeah, maybe you can react. So it's like we're still gonna be in this situation sometimes at Scarecrow, in situations where we like theoretically may not be able to like react to it, right? So now we're in the situation. What are you gonna do? Heck, what if she just does this? Like, how do you beat that? Like, I mean, obviously, like, okay, but like, that's scary, right? Yeah. So it's crazy stuff. So, so now that my bitching is over, let's try and solve it again. I don't know why I said 1-3 was I-19. It is not I-19. It is, I-13. Oh, man. You can cover most of them. 1-3 Scarecrow stance is neutral. Yes, so yeah, let's go through this. If she goes 1-3 Scarecrow stance, she's neutral. So if you duck jab, that happens. So it's like, there's just... Yeah, you cover... The problem is the most important option is the launcher, right? Like, that's sort of like the center of her game plan is if you press anything, she's going to do that. And so, like... Yeah, it is. But, like, now you're playing... You're risking getting launched. For, like, I don't know. It's just like... The risk assessment... Yes, that's true, Mustafa. Exactly. You can sidestep right that one. You can also block it. What happens if you block it? You're in this situation again. Like, that's what I'm trying to say, right? It's like both the way you defend against the Power Crush puts you into this situation. And this situation, I cannot solve it. Sidestep right duck? Let's try it, actually. Let's try it. I'm serious. Like, maybe that's the problem, right? So let's see. Oops. So what I'm going to do is we're going to record two situations. We're going to record this one. So we're going to do this. And then we're going to do this. So let's see. Can I do against both? Ooh. Wait, what? What did I do? Wait. We solved it! Why does it whiff when I duck? That's some Street Fighter stuff. Thank you, Mustafa. What the heck? What happens if it whiffs too? I'm gonna try and get it to whiff. And you can punish it. What? Sometimes. Yeah, it does track to the left, but a lot of our moves track to the left. The only one that doesn't is and let's add this to the mix because I actually want to see if it's a literal mid. I'm not really expecting much here, but I want to see what this does if we sidestep right duck now. Yeah, this still hits me. You're pretty much no chance against this one. She's gonna track that way, but you can't get her with this. But this is a hard read. So actually, we've kind of reduced it to a 50-50 now. This is wild. So we've actually reduced this to a 50-50. So this makes me feel a lot better because now, I think for my sanity, I'm just gonna use this. Probably. Because I don't think I have the reactions to actually see if it whiffed or not. That's crazy. Meloman, Zafina's scary. Basically, TLDR, if you get hit by this, you got not much you can do. Because you have moves you can sidestep, right? You kind of have to know what she's doing. But there's two things that are wrong in this situation. The first one, she's +7, so you can't match out of anything relevant. And you're forced crouch, so you can only sidestep to the left, and certain moves can only be sidestepped right. Like, that's not one. I think this is one. Like this one, right? Oh, wait, no, I wanted to down 4-1. Let's do down 4-1. I like this move here. So this move, I don't think you can sidestep right, left. Oh, you can. Okay. That's okay. But the point being that, with the exception of that move, you're pretty much just stuck in jail taking whatever she's doing, and you just have to block, and it's really scary. The good news is that nothing's really bad about blocking with the exception of your back and Scarecrow. But the thing is, you can just sidestep right duck now, so it's like a 50-50. Want to proper punish if while standing one whiffs? What do you mean? Crouch cancel forward 4-1. That makes sense. That's pretty funny. So anyway, that's kind of your situation you're stuck with, Meloman. Now, what we have been talking through, though, is that we've actually kind of narrowed down the situation a little bit, because the scariest part about that situation is that she can put you in the same situation from the Scarecrow stance that we were talking about. And before, we were talking about how if you sidestep right most of her moves, this move will catch you. Most of her moves you can side... Pretty much every single option out of that stance, you can side walk to the right, and all the relevant ones you can sidestep right. But what we just discovered is not only does sidestep right duck block it, sometimes it just randomly whiffs like this. That's pretty cool. Very happy with that. So, now it's a 50-50. For next time, we will now be talking about this situation. Because in this situation, she's in Tarantula stance, and I don't know what nastiness exists there. So, man. If you get hit by it, you're -9. She's +9 on hit, I believe it was. Let's see. +7. Still pretty bad. And I think if she hits you on this one, it might be +9. Yeah, +9 if she does it on a Mantis. So, no, you're taking it on hit. There is nothing you can do when you take it, when you get hit with it. Thank you so much, Splitting Hairs, by the way. That's true, Mustafa. You can't gamble. You can't drink the pain away. Like, what are you gonna do? So, well, the thing is, right? And I'm trying to find an example. But, like, this is maybe not the best example, but because you can do it there. But there's, like... Oh, yeah, let me give you an example. This is the example that I'll use. So, if we take Zafina and just have her go into this stance, right? Just like that, okay? Observe the nature of the stance. You see that? If I'm really good with my timing, yeah, so if you time it, so let's, just for the memes aside, right? The memes aside, watch what she's doing. She actually gets lower halfway through that stance. You see that? She comes down and then she goes even lower. So if she comes immediately, if she immediately goes into the stance, I can sometimes catch her, right? Like with some of these moves. But you'll notice that, like, if she immediately goes into the stance, I can get her with down 4-2. But if I wait a little bit, I should be able to get it to whiff. Maybe not. But the idea is that I should be able to get 3+4 to go over it. But if you do it immediately, you'll catch it. 1+2, it actually puts her into, no, you're right, it is 1+, it is while running 1+2. I was thinking of 3+4, but, while running 1+2, no, we haven't, this is gonna have to be next time, because that's gonna be part of the Tarantula stance situations. The good news, this move is garbage. This move here is, -12 on block, so if she goes into the stance -12, we can basically just while standing 3, and we'll just catch everything. So that's good, at least. So, while running 1+2 is very good, but yeah, we'll have to handle that next time, unfortunately. But yeah, it is pretty gross. Yeah, I mean, acidity, like, or Chris, like, it's just, it's loopable. Like, that's what I was trying, like, that's what's so scary about this situation, right? It's like, yeah, you know, like, play against, like, imagine you're playing against a Zafina and they decide to party on you, and this is what they do. So it's like, you sit here and you're like, okay. Oh man, I'm done with this. You know, like, that's, not to mention, like, this is why, this is why, like, I feel like being able to, like, try and deal with this is incredibly important. So now, if we can get this, so we've gotten it kind of narrowed down. So now Scarecrow is a 50-50. All right, sidestep right duck. That's great. Now the only thing left is to deal with this thing. And I think, to be honest, like, if maybe, let's set up the situation. What is the distance of this move? So if I'm, like, doing this, and I do that, right? What happens now? She's doing this. Okay, that's too far. I'm just trying to see if I can't, like... She made it. You see that? That's crazy. That's outside of her down 4 range, basically. You see that? That's out of her down 4 range. Now. And that's crazy, too. Like, how do I orbital that? I don't know how do I orbital that. Ugh. Yeah, so it's not even worth trying. Okay. That is... Yeah, if you play against her a lot... Dang. What about... You could do this, I guess? No, 3+4. Okay. It will catch her. Oh, man. Alright, so maybe it's worth trying to drill it. If I don't mind, though, asking, like, I'm 31. I don't know if I have the reaction speeds anymore for it, but, you know, it's something to point out. Like, I may not... Okay. I got my answer there. It went under the 3+4. Okay. Maybe you just play from really far away, know she's coming, right? You just know she's coming. And you just play around that distance, right? You just play around that distance and hope she doesn't get there. Ooh, can you sidestep into the open? No? Maybe? Maybe? I don't know. Can we do this from the, like... Maybe if I'm sidewalking? No? I don't know. Gosh. No, I can't react to that Mellow Man. But Mellow Man, I might actually play as her just to, like, learn, because this is, like, one of those things where I feel like I have to know exactly what the character's doing. Yeah. Yeah, I can't react to it. Mustafa, you're, like, in college still. You're at your prime. It might also be a little bit slower. So, Mellow Man, I'm going to tell you that Snake Edge is reactable, but it's not reactable without practice. You have to practice it, and you have to practice it for months. 31's also prime, that's true. Yeah, splitting hairs, that's true as well. So that's why it's like, I think finding something to anchor on that's an option select is what's important. Like, anchoring onto this situation here, right? anchoring onto something like that is important. You haven't hit prime yet? Well, oh, you talking about like 23? Like, I mean, you hit prime numbers earlier in life. You know, 7, 13, 17, 19. But yeah, I get what you're saying. But I think that's what it's going to be. Sidestep right, duck. Practicing sidestep right, duck against Zafina, especially against 1-3. Being ready to, like... And then figuring out what on earth does this open us up to when she does 1+2. That has to be the only... That's the only real, like... The only real thing I've learned from this, I guess, is that you really don't want to block. You really don't want to press against the down 3 situation. But we are at least familiar with the moves that can come out of it, right? We're at least familiar. But, yeah. Ha! That's true, Mellow Man. I freeze up against it, too. You have to get your inner party and, like, orbital it. But, yeah, that's where I'm at on this move. That's all I've got. So let's summarize a little bit. Let's summarize a bit. I'm gonna have her stand here in stance for a second, right? So let's summarize what we're doing. So block everything. That's like, this is basically like plan A, block, because there's nothing that she does that's like particularly scary, and there's nothing that we really care about. Like, that's kind of like the end of the day is like you just have to block because there's not a scary low that comes out of it. However, block. Worst that can happen is scarecrow stance. Scarecrow stance, basically. I think that's what that comes down to. Plan A, block. Worst that can happen is scarecrow stance. Plan B, sidestep the down 4-2. Mantis down 4-2. Because it's like a move they're going to use a lot, right? And you can kind of get away from it, but but it carries a lot of risk. Like, carries a lot of risk. So that's like really just the only thing to like keep in mind. And I think it's down 4-2, the heat engager, right? So I'm just going to put heat engager. Otherwise, though, I'm just like not really... I think that's really all it comes down to. Like, let me also, so that you can see this better, right? I think that's really it. You can, like, punch parry. You can... Yeah, I think that's really what it is. Block it. However, I'm going to say, like, plan 0, right? We're going to call it plan 0. Plan 0. Space out down 2, down 3, and sidestep right duck versus 1-3 and scarecrow stance. That's kind of like what it comes down to, essentially. So, yeah. Yep. So I think that's okay, so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. So yeah. Alright. I know everyone's being polite, but let's just continue to be polite. We're gonna be done here pretty much anyway. So yeah, that's the conclusion today, is that we actually can option select the scarecrow situation, so it's not as scary as I had deemed. But we're going to have to work really hard to, like, kind of not just get chipped out by that down 3 from so far away. Because I think that's the issue that's going to scare us the most, is just dealing with this situation here, where she just comes in from downtown, right? But we have to be ready to forward for 1 this. Like that, right? That's, I think, what it comes down to. It's just, like, we're playing against her down 4 game, functionally. And I think that's what it's going to be. No, I mean, we're trying to be polite. That's all good. I'm not chastising anyone. Anyway, So with that being said, though, I think this is pretty much where I'm going to cover this today. We're going to go into tarantula stance next time, and then we will start doing some drills to try and see if we can't get any of this to stick. So with that being said, though, let's go ahead and do our YouTube sign off. If you're coming from YouTube, be sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Really helps us grow. We really see new people show up, and if you ever want to watch it live, it's going to be at twitch.tv/VonTiban. That's VONTIBAN. We stream Tekken Bryan on Saturdays and Sundays, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Time, so come check us out there. And our variety stream right here, where we lab characters, try to beat them. This one was a little more glum than usual. That's going to be on Thursday evenings, 8:45 p.m. to 10:45 p.m. Central Time. Our makeup streams will be on Wednesday evenings, 8:45 p.m. to 10:45 p.m. Central Time. All of this is in your YouTube subscription down below if you didn't catch that, as well as a link to our Discord where players are trying to help each other get better, and we just have a nice little community of encouragement going on. And with that, once again, thank you so much for your support, as always, both from YouTube and from Twitch. I hope your Zafina learnings go better than mine have so far, and I hope your Bryan journey goes really well, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.